Well, hi everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you my collection of agave plants, or agave, whichever you want to call them. I've always called them agave. I'm not sure if I'm right or not. I'm going to start off by showing you these two. These are spineless agaves because, unlike most, they haven't got any spines. That's what I call spineless. I've got this large one here and I've got a little smaller one there. These come from sort of cuttings or little offshoots, originally from Portugal. So I mean, I do like these, I must admit. Can't be left out at all. No frost whatsoever, otherwise they'd just be gone. But that's those. Let's move on and I'll show you some of the others. It must have been about 5 years ago I bought a packet of seeds off of the internet for these called Agave Montana. I do believe they come from Mexico, a part of Mexico that's high in the mountains. It gets quite wet, so they can put up with a UK winter. Now, out of a packet of seeds that had about 5 in, 5 grew, so I was really pleased about that. But strangely enough, if you can see these two, this one's really dark and this one's really light. Came from the same packet of seeds, and some of them turned out a lot smaller, but it's like with people really, nobody ever grows the same size, do they? So yeah, they're quite vicious. I'd like to find somewhere to actually put them in the garden permanently, so I don't have to keep repotting them. This one needs a repot, but I'll get round to doing that. This one could probably stay in there, I don't know, another year or so. Seems to be growing quite fast at the moment. And this is one of the other agaves. Agave Montana, as far as I know. And here we have the last two, very much smaller. They haven't done quite so well. That one over there has been out all winter, so obviously the frosty weather and the wet weather doesn't seem to bother it. Here we have Agave, or Agave Americana. It's a variegated one. That one's the largest one that I've got. I'll show you the size. I mean, obviously they grow loads bigger than this. There's another one in the pot there. Now this one here, last year, or it might have been the year before, no, it was last year, I left it out, I put it out too early and the frost got it. It killed the main plant, but it didn't kill the root. And now, whereas I had one of these, now I've got 4. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? 4 from 1. These obviously, as they grow a bit, I'll have to split these and give them their own separate pots. Now, I will stand to be corrected if I'm wrong, but I do believe this little fella here that I picked up at a garden centre at some point is an agave as well. And over here we have the biggest one I've got, blue agave. Look at the size of that. I'll soon be able to make some tequila, sure I will. That's getting pretty big. It's been in my shed all winter, keep it frost free. And what I do now, I've brought it outside, it's getting too big to keep moving about, to be honest with you, so I've got a feeling next winter it's just going to have to take its chance. But we're still having frosty nights, so before it gets dark I'll rush out and I'll cover it up with this fleece, tuck it in for the night. Hopefully it will survive for a few more weeks until we don't get any frosts anymore here in this part of the UK where I live. So there you go, there's my best one, the biggest one. Probably about 8 years old now maybe. So there you have it, that's my Agave collection.